Hey guys, okay, I showed you that because my truck has almost 270,000 miles on it. And the only reason why I'm showing you this video is because, of course, you're subscribed to the PAULY-NATION, which means you want to kind of follow me in a lot of different tips, tricks, and hacks, composting, gardening, agriculture, and all the many different things that I picked up along the way and kind of taught myself. 270,000 miles on a Ram 5.7 liter 1500, and I'm pulling stuff like this. That's right, it is a 2-ton trailer, and when it's loaded it's 4 tons. Sometimes I'm pulling 5 tons, yeah, off of 1500. I have 270,000 miles on it. And what do I do? Nothing has gone wrong with the engine. It's a 2015. Nothing has gone wrong with the engine. Let's get my face in here. Still, everything is working perfect. And most of it is how you maintain and how you baby your truck. So one of the things I do, there's a lot of different variables, and what I do is I don't care how slow I'm pulling or how fast I'm going. Well, I do care how fast I'm going, but I generally never take it above 3,000 RPMs. I'll keep it at the 2,500 or below, and I don't like it downshift and going. I'll put it in tow haul, and if it takes me 4 or 5 minutes to get somewhere, if it takes me that much longer, it takes me that much longer. But I'm not going to crank those RPMs way up. So the different things that I use to make sure that everything is functioning really great is that I've got my list, all my things here. My synthetic oils, it's 520, and I'm using the oil additive here. That's very important, and then just your standard oil filter. Okay, and that's really basically what I do. So we'll just kind of walk through this oil change real quick, and it takes me about 10 minutes to do my own oil change, and about $40 because I'm adding that oil additive. Plus, what I also add is, let me change it here. I'm also using the fuel injector cleaner, which neutralizes poor quality fuel, but it gets those upper cylinders, it lubricates everything, it makes sure that everything runs nice and clean right in the gas tank. So without further ado, I'll get on to the oil change. And I also change my oil about every 3,000 to 4,000 miles. Like I said, I baby it. I baby the crap out of this. And there's always been a little clicking ever since I bought it. It's a used, it's 2015, but it's always been a little clicking up in the engine. I don't know where. But ever since I've been doing this, it's been great. Remember, 270,000 miles almost, not one engine problem. So we're going to let this drain. We'll put the plug back on. The cap is open up top. And then I'll switch over to the oil filter. right here. There's my oil filter. I'm just going to take that off. There we go. Just hand tight. I've been doing this for many years. I'm 52 and you don't need any special tools. It's only supposed to be hand tight. So let me put this down here and we'll take this off. Okay, unscrew it. You'll let some of the oil drip. Let some of that oil drip there. Have your towel ready. Wipe your hands off. There we go. Still have not spilt any oil onto the ground. These Kim towels work very well because they're kind of oil based already, so they do a great job at soaking up. Okay, so I got a little drop on there. Alright, wrap the Kim towel around, or a paper towel, whatever towel you want to use, doesn't matter. Wrap it around the oil filter, soak up some of that oil. Okay, continue to turn, and there we go, and we're done. Tip her over. We're done on that oil change, or oil filter. Now we'll put the new one on. Here's the new one, screwing it on. Nice and hand tight, and we're done. So we've got the oil filter on, we've got the oil drained, and the cap back on. Whoops. Remember, when you pour these, you always pour it like this, not like that. And always use the proper weight. This is 520. Because I'm going to have to use 1 quart of this and pour it into here. I used to buy it by the quart, but I decided to save a ton of money by buying it by the gallon. So I'll be right back. Okay, so here goes the oil stabilizer. And you can see how it comes out like honey. I'll put it over here so it sticks onto the side. So it just comes out like honey. And one of the reasons why I use it is because, especially on those, it really coats everything, the pistons, especially on those cold startups, and when it's really cold out, it kind of helps stick. Even though I'm using synthetic oil, it helps bond and stick to the pistons, and it really does stabilize that oil and give you extra mileage, and just helps keep everything nice, wonderfully lubricated. There you can see that. I mean, I'm not saying just because it's thick like honey, it's because it's a good product. No, I'm just saying that it's a good product all around. And I've been doing it this way for several years, and I've had people telling me, it's like, oh, I hear that clicking, it won't be long, you get about 180,000 miles and you're going to have issues. I'm at 270 almost. And I've been doing this, well, ever since I bought it. So every vehicle is different, and how you treat it is different. Everybody and the way that they treat their vehicles are different. But you got to know your vehicle. You got to get used to it. You know, do all the care in the world you can and treat it like it's a little baby. Just love it till its very end. That's all you can do. Don't romp on it. Change the oil 3,000 to 4,000 miles. Look at the oil. I don't even need to pull this dipstick out because I already know what it is. I already know. But I'll probably start it up and let you hear it. Maybe you want to compare your clicking with mine. I don't know. That'll be good enough. But the clicking's not as bad as you think it is. I mean, there's just a slight click there. So we'll let that drain, and then I'll start it up. All right. So we're done here with adding the oil. Get back on. And if you want to know what I used, here's what I used. And I dropped it. Everything bought at Walmart. That's for the gasoline. And that's, make sure when you read it, because some people have really messed up, make sure you read it and that it says oil, heavy duty oil stabilizer, and injector cleaners and fuel conditioner. Treats up to 100 gallons. But I buy this by the gallon because it's cheaper, and I buy that by the gallon. You'll save yourself a lot of money. And even though I'm doing all this, it's still cheaper than taking it to a lube shop. If you were to take it to a lube shop, it'd probably cost you 4 times as much. Now, I'm going to show you, have you listen to the engine. So everything's put back together. I'm going to start it up so you can hear it. Hear that little clicking? There's a little bit of clicking. Had that for 3 years. Not bad. I got trip A and trip B. My trip B is for resetting my oil when it gets 3,000, 4,000. And my trip A, no, my trip A is for my oil. My trip B is how many miles I go on a tank of gas. So, that oil stabilizer, because it's sticky like honey, you just want to keep this plugged into that hole so that nothing drips out. So that's it. I'm going to do a shorts on this one. That one's going to be very quick. And that'll go off. Boy, it's really hard to get. That'll go off to the oil lube guys. They'll take it for free. And here's my little cheat sheet that I puzzled together. Don't tell the grandkid. Actually, that's mine. But a piece of carpet work, a little rug. I even have a creepy crawly that I use. That's how I plug that up so nothing leaks. And I always forget where the camera is. Not there, but who cares? Anyway, thanks for tuning in. And again, it depends on many different variables. But how you treat it makes all the difference in the world. I'm not saying that this truck is going to be like any other truck. It's just These are just simple things that you can do. And hopefully we'll get up to 300,000 miles. I think so. I think so. Even pulling 4 tons, not including the truck. And I've had upwards to 6 tons in it. And this, I put 4 ounces per 22 gallons. This is a 24, 25 gallon tank. And I'll discuss this at another time. Easy to make and a lot cheaper than buying a real one. That's a different video for a different time. Alright. Pauly gone.